5th, which is September 21, I think, something like that. Yeah, 21. Jesus said to his disciples, a rich man had a steward who was reported to him for squandering his property. He summoned him and said, what is this I hear about you? Prepare a full account of your stewardship, because you can no longer be my steward. The steward said to himself, what shall I do, now that my master taken the position of steward away from me? I'm not strong enough to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I know what I shall do, so that when I am removed from the stewardship, they may welcome me into their homes. He called his master's debtors by one. The first he said, how much do you owe my master? He replied, 100 measures of olive oil. He said to him, here is your promissory note. Sit down quickly, write one for 50. Then to another steward he said, how much do you owe? 80. And the master commended that dishonest steward for acting prudently. Now, the things about parables that Jesus told, sort of on the spur of the moment, by the way. It wasn't like he stood up the night before, worked, edited it, rewrote it, tried it out. The gift of being spontaneous. And this one probably came as well, but spontaneous. And parables, they have a lesson, there's a moral to it, but also there is sort of a surprise ending. I remember way back in high school, we had literature class, American Lit, and there was O. Henry, and he had the master of the surprise ending. All right. I used to like reading O. Henry. In fact, I used to like reading short stories. The Gift of the Magi, remember that one? It's O. Henry. When the married couple want to buy gifts for each other, the wife bought the husband the watch to go watch chain for his watch, his pocket watch that he loved, and he bought her some nice scissors, whatever, combs for her hair. But in order to get the money, he had to sell his watch to get the money. For her to buy the chain, she had to sell what she owned, the court. And so anyway, they both got a gift, but they couldn't use it. Anyway, that's a surprise ending at the end. Well, sorry, long way of saying that. So here's the surprise ending, because when they're listening to the story that Jesus just told, right, about this dishonest steward, they're shocked. And the master commended the dishonest steward for acting prudently. What? You're the rabbi. Are you promoting dishonesty? They're dumbfounded by it. Now, what Jesus is saying here, that we, those people in the world, we're much more careful to make sure that we get ahead, that we take care of ourselves. He said, look at us. In our church here, when it comes to our faith, we're so permissive. We're so lackadaisical. It's like these football coaches. The football coaches are nuts, right? I mean, the hours they spend, sometimes spending the whole night living in the office, watching game film after game film, analyzing, dissecting it. For what? To win a game. You can imagine at the Catholic Church, I put myself in that as well. If we had the same zeal, the same drive, imagine what it would be like, but we don't. And that's what Jesus says right here. If only we were driven to do whatever it takes, but we don't. Okay, we're supposed to trust God, but I think we could get a little zeal. Sort of like, look at the church, it's no secret how many Catholics are falling away. Oh, I know, they say Gen Z, new Catholics coming in. I'm sure it's a significant number, but it doesn't come close to how many have walked away. If we were Coca-Cola, and we had those who used to drink Coke and now have turned to Pepsi, what do you think would happen in the board meetings, in leadership meetings at Coca-Cola? Heads would roll. They're not going to sit by and watch this take place. All right? Find a solution. Find what's wrong. This is unacceptable. We lose Catholics, and we sort of, we kind of resign ourselves to that. I know it's not simple as selling a product, but we could be more zealous. So pray for the church. Pray for me to have a little more zeal and drive to bring the kingdom of God to more people.